An internet server across the ocean connects users on one continent to content, services, or information stored on servers in another continent. To make this happen, there are several key components and processes involved. Undersea cables. The internet largely depends on a network of undersea cables that physically connect continents across oceans. These fiber-optic cables are laid along the ocean floor, stretching thousands of miles to form the backbone of global internet connectivity. Fiber optics use light to transmit data at incredible speeds. Each cable typically contains multiple fibers, each capable of transmitting massive amounts of data per second. These cables are like superhighways for data. They link servers and data centers in different parts of the world, allowing information to travel between continents quickly. For example, if you're in the US trying to access a website hosted in Europe, the data will travel through one or more of these cables under the Atlantic Ocean. Data transmission and latency. When you request information from a server across the ocean, for example, by clicking on a website link, your device sends a small packet of data that travels through local internet infrastructure, like your internet service provider, ISP. Then, it reaches a major exchange point where it gets routed to an undersea cable. The data is sent as light signals through these fiber optic cables and arrives at the destination, often within a fraction of a second. However, because of the physical distance involved, there's something called latency, the delay it takes for data to travel. The longer the distance, the higher the latency. So, if you're accessing something in a data center that's across the world, you may notice a slight delay compared to accessing a server closer to you. Data centers and content delivery networks, CDNs. Most websites, services, and applications are hosted on servers in data centers. Big companies like Google, Amazon, and Facebook have data centers worldwide to handle requests from users as quickly as possible. They often use content delivery networks, CDNs, which are networks of servers strategically located around the globe to deliver content faster. When you access a website or service, instead of sending all the data from one server on another continent, CDNs can provide some data from a closer server. This is why streaming videos or accessing websites from large companies often feels fast, even if the main servers are located on another continent. Security and redundancy. Laying these undersea cables is expensive and challenging, so they're built with high durability. But even with their toughness, cables can still be damaged by things like ship anchors, earthquakes, and underwater landslides. Because of this, companies have created multiple redundant paths. That means there are many cables crossing different parts of the ocean. If one is damaged, data can reroute to another cable to prevent an internet outage. To protect data as it travels across the ocean, encryption is often used. This means the information is scrambled in a way that only authorized parties, like your device and the server you're connecting to, can understand. It's a key part of keeping data secure as it crosses these vast distances. Maintenance and monitoring. Undersea cables are closely monitored. Special ships and remotely operated vehicles are ready to repair damaged cables, which can involve locating the damage, raising the cable, repairing it, and putting it back. The whole process is intricate and can take days or even weeks, depending on the location and weather conditions. To sum it up, when you access a server across the ocean, you're actually sending data that travels through undersea cables connecting continents. This involves routing through multiple points, encountering some latency, and sometimes using CDNs to speed up data delivery. The entire process happens in milliseconds, thanks to a vast and complex infrastructure that makes up the modern internet.